walk. This is the walk out from the change room. Change rooms are back there, through this little thing. Yo, what's going on, Team 20? I hope you're all super well. I am in an absolutely amazing top mood. Look at this. There's going to be no rain today. Look at that, it's sunny. So this is absolutely amazing news for me because every time I get a game scheduled with either East Grinstead or Dorchester, it ends up being cancelled. So it looks like I've been treated to some good weather today. Now it's currently 1:46 p.m. I had a big sleep in, a massive rest. My muscles needed it. I've just been chilling out really. The only thing that I want to do before I go is the roller and some stretches. So I'll be doing that, and I also have a core workout to do, which I think I'm going to do after the match. Because if I do it before, I might be slightly sore for it. Whereas if I do it after, I kind of just got to suck it up and do it. So that is pretty much the plan, and I'm leaving the UK in 13 days. Wow, that's insane. To think that this journey here all comes to an end and then I go to Australia and then there's going to be new experiences and almost a new journey for 8 weeks, 7 weeks, and then I come back to the UK for almost another journey. I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait. I'll probably catch you guys on the floor with some stretching and rolling pretty soon. So before the match, I like to think about what I want to focus on during the game. And it can always be difficult, especially in a team like this where I've played for them once. Last time I started as a number 10, but I know that the coach knows I can play midfield or on the wing, so he could put me literally anywhere, which makes it difficult because I can't go in there with something and go, okay, that's what I want to improve on, because every position is so different. If I'm a defensive midfielder, maybe I want to work on my tackles and my interceptions, where I'm positioning myself on the field in a defensive situation. But if I'm playing attacking midfield, I want to position myself in between the lines on the opposite side of the ball. If I'm a winger, I got to make sure I'm high and wide and then making runs in behind. So it's kind of difficult for me to break all of that into one, but I think the biggest thing that I can break into one concept that I've wanted to work on for so long, and I want to continue to work on it. Well, ever since I met Nassim. Nassim is the guy who was from the Nike Academy, who we met the other day on the vlog, and his 1v1 skills are absolutely insane. This guy has the ability to beat pretty much anyone, even 2 players on the ball. And when you break down what he was talking to me about, how he played in the street for hours and hours, just continuously forced into uncomfortable situations where he has to take a player on 1v1, that's where he's grown and developed as a player. So for me, because I'm behind on him with that, I never played football in the streets in Australia because it just wasn't a thing. So I was never forced into those situations. So now I need to take it upon myself to put me in those uncomfortable situations to then improve as a player. And you guys can do this as well. If your long balls are struggling, you need to go, okay, I'm going to lose the ball. I'm going to make bad long balls, but you need to be doing it in a game because training is different. There's not as much pressure in a proper league game where the other team really wants to win and you guys really want to win. That's where there's pressure, and that's where you're going to improve the most because you're going to be up against it. You're in that uncomfortable situation. So today, no matter what position I'm playing in, my big focus is 1v1s. Can I beat players? I'm not so much focused on making that perfect pass in behind. I want to try and get in a 1v1 situation, whether it's down the wing or in the middle, do a skill or even just drop the shoulder and try to beat that player to then help my team progress and score a goal. That's pretty much the aim. I'm going to continue rolling, bit of stretching, catch you guys with a shower, something I needed to do. It's time to have a shower. I don't know if I've ever shown you guys the bathroom. Let me give you a bit of a tour. Basically, you walk in, you get the shower, you got the toilet, you got the sink, and that's about it. One of the things I absolutely love to do is have a shower the day of the game. It just makes me feel refreshed. There's just something about it. Everyone has something different. Some people like to have a cold shower 30 minutes before they leave. I guess it's kind of a superstition, but not really, because it's something I just enjoy doing. Now, I need to make sure I got everything, because if you guys watched the game the other day, actually no, that was yesterday, I played, but I didn't really realize that we were playing against a proper team. I need shin pads and my shin pad socks. So I need those, I need boots, I need my metal boots as well, the soft ground ones, which are right here, the anti-clogs, just in case the field gets a bit wet, because it is looking like it could quite possibly rain, but we shall see. So, time time to get ready. I double checked, triple checked, made sure that I have everything that I need for today's match. Now today is pretty big for me. I've heard from the coach a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, that the first team manager was interested in seeing me playing as a possibility for their first team. Now they play in the 8th division of the football leagues, which isn't the absolute best. If Whitehawk get demoted this year, they will be in the 7th division. But look, it's a possibility. Today, I just want to go into the match. It could be, and most likely will be, my last game in the UK and my first proper league game in quite some time. So I just want to go out there and have fun with it. I'm nearly at the train station, so I'll catch you guys soon. This is the walkout from the change room. Change rooms are back there. Through this little thing onto the pitch. Looks like a pretty good pitch. I don't know what division these guys, the first team, is in, but looks alright. This team that we're playing against today can win the league if they win this week and next week apparently. So they're going to be a good side. It's going to be a tough game, which I'm looking forward to. I want a competition. I want to be tested, and that's what I'm here to do. So it'll be interesting. No idea if I'll get game footage. I highly doubt it, but I'll be sure to give you guys an in-depth review of the match afterwards. I'm looking forward to getting out there. So the pictures that you guys are seeing now are from the last match that I played for East Grinstead, where I picked up a goal and assist. That was not the case this time. We come out and I think we conceded about 4 goals in maybe 25 minutes. It was definitely tough with the players we had, and then they dropped a lot of first team players down from what I know. I think it was about 4, which is maybe the maximum. Maybe the maximum is 5. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But these guys were decent. But looking at my performance, I think the first little bit, I had a few stray touches. I wasn't protecting the ball well enough, which was my own fault. I began to learn from that, and one of the things I absolutely love is where you receive a pass, right? And you let the ball roll across your body, but you have a defender behind you, and you step to the side with your body, let it roll across, and then you can travel forward. If you know what I'm talking about, you get me. But if not, just search up online, ball roll across, I don't know. And I did that to a guy, I went forward, and I beat him, and then managed to create something from it. Another perfect 1v1 example, which was my main focus for today's game, was I received the ball in a corner from a run that I made, and I did a Maradona spin to face the guy, and then I was faced 1v1, and then it became almost 2v2. I faked to get a cross in, and I stood the guy up, and I faked to go for a cross on my left, and I cut it back in onto my right, so I'm facing down the line. I'm on the right, on the byline, and then I get a good cross in. So I was quite happy with that, and yeah, a few other decent 1v1 opportunities where I was up 10, and then I made the run in behind when my striker left that space available for me by dragging one of the centre-backs in. So overall, I was happy with my performance, not so happy with the team's performance, but yeah, probably a good outing for my last game in England, I would say. Well, that is the end of the game. Very, very disappointing. We lost 6-1, I think it was. So I get there, and everyone is supposed to arrive at 6:15. I'm like, okay, cool. I think I got there about 5:45. Slowly went on, and at 6:45, we only had 8 players. Now, the coach messages the group. He starts calling people. No one answers back. So he somehow managed to put together 11 players. Don't ask me how he did it, but we did. Basically, like, last resort players that we could find that were actually signed on with the club, and literally their tactic was just to hit this massive number 9 who was about 6'7". Every time they got the ball, they just pumped it into him. He would control it or flick it on, and they'd score from it. I started the game as a number 10. I made a fair few runs in behind when my 9 came out of the defensive line. I got on the ball there. I feel like I did very well with my skills, keeping the ball, beating players. And that's something I've spoken about over the last week. I want to focus on my 1v1s. I want to be more confident when I go to take on a player. And so today, I feel like I achieved that goal. It can 100% be better, but I can see the improvement, which is what is important to me. So I'm sorry there's no game footage, and you probably wouldn't want to see any. The field as well, oh my goodness, this thing was like a rock. You probably could have got away with playing in runners. It was ridiculous, the bobble was ridiculous, so you'd get a pass and it would just bounce up to you. So that's that, but I'm on my way home now. I'm absolutely exhausted. That's 3 games in about 5 days, so I need to go home, rest. I've already told my crawley coach that I won't be training tomorrow. Again, professionals wouldn't even play 2 games in 2 days, and if they did, they'd have a rest day the day after. So that's what I'm going to be doing, recovering my body to possibly have a double session on the Thursday with crawley under 23s and then White Hawk at night. If worst comes to worst, then I'll be doing White Hawk at night and missing crawley. So that's that. On my way home now. So I just got home, I've got my dinner, I'm off to my girlfriend's place, and I will not be doing a core workout tonight. I've decided that I'm just too dead, and I'm going to be doing it tomorrow morning. So as soon as I get back from her place, I'll smash out a core workout and then I'll be doubling up. So really, it's not the end of the world, it doesn't really matter. I honestly thought that I'd still be able to go to Crawley Town in the morning. It never really crossed my mind that I wouldn't go until after the game, where I was like, man, I need to like chill. Playing that many games and then doing the training session with Jay on the Sunday for an hour and a half. It's a lot of training, so complete rest day tomorrow. No gym, no nothing. Just a day for the body to chill. I'm stoked with my 1v1s today, but I want to continue to improve them. And that means putting myself in uncomfortable situations where I may lose the ball, but it's only going to make me a better player, and that's the most important thing. So I'm going there now, and I'm also having dinner, so I'll catch you with that. So I've got my pasta here with the cheese this time as well. Also got a bit of water as well, because I feel like I probably haven't had enough today, and that's one of the things I also want to improve on. Having more water throughout the day to increase my energy. When I'm on top of that, I feel like I have more energy throughout the day, so something to focus on. But anyway, Team Tweety, I'm signing out. Make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're around here, join the journey, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.